Where is the road?
It didn't break. It vanished.
The elders of ancient Odu Village used to say, when the land forgets its road, the brave heart must create one. Yet, no one ever imagined those words would one day become the only hope for the entire community. The dawn rose gently over Odu, brushing the sky with soft strokes of orange. Birds circled slowly above the forest edge, as if searching for a path that had vanished. And indeed, it had. For on this morning, the villagers awoke to a frightening discovery. Every road out of Odu had disappeared. Not destroyed, not blocked, simply gone. There were no footprints, no wagon marks, not even the familiar dry paths children used to chase one another after sunset. It was as though someone or something had inhaled all the roads in the night. And so begins the story called No Road, Only Courage.
The large meeting square filled with murmurs as men and women stood in groups pointing toward the forest, the farmlands, and the winding paths that once connected Odu to the world. Old Mother Kanya, with her walking stick carved from a roko wood, struck the ground 3 times.
Let us speak with calm minds. Panic weakens a village.
Let us speak with calm minds, she said. A village that panics becomes its own enemy. But calm was difficult. A market woman cried,
The forest swallowed our roads.
A hunter shook his head. I tried to walk the old forest path. My legs carried me forward, but the path never moved. It was like walking inside a dream. A young boy, almost whispering, added, Maybe spirits took the roads.
For in Odu's old stories, there was indeed a spirit known to hide pathways when displeased. Arodan, the keeper of roads, the spirit of lost directions. Mother Kanyi slowly turned toward the people.
We must not jump to fear. Every problem has a root.
We must not jump to fear, she said gently. Something happened, yes, but every problem has a root, and every root can be caught. Her eyes then fell upon a single figure standing quietly at the back. A young man, barely 30 seasons old. His name was Olajide, known in the village not for strength or fame, but for something rarer. A heart that refused to run away from responsibility. Mother Kanyi lifted her staff. Olajide stepped forward. The murmurs deepened. Why him?
He is not the strongest. He is not even a hunter. He is just a palm wine tapper's son.
But Olajide stepped forward with a steady voice.
Yes, Mama.
The old woman's eyes glimmered.
You were born the night comet crossed the sky. Elders said the child born under that light would walk where others fear to walk. Will Pan, Frey, today, Odu needs such a child.
Olajide swallowed. What do you ask of me? Find the road or create one.
The crowd gasped. But Mama Kayi, someone shouted, no one has ever walked into a land where paths vanish. That is why, she replied calmly, I did not pick an ordinary mind. Olajide closed his eyes. When he opened them, his courage had begun its journey. Olajide returned to his mother's hut to gather supplies. His mother stood by the doorway, wringing her hands nervously.
My son, must it be you?
If I don't, Odu will starve. Traders cannot reach us. We cannot reach water from the long stream. And the sick cannot get herbs from the forest side.
My son, she said, must you go? If I don't, he replied softly, Odu will starve. Traders cannot reach us. We cannot reach water from the long stream, and the sick cannot get herbs from the forest side." She sighed deeply. "You have your father's stubborn spirit." He smiled. "Is that a blessing or a warning?" "A little of both," she winked. She brought out a small raffia bag. Inside was a calabash filled with water, roasted yam slices wrapped in leaves, and a charm made from cowries and dyed threads. "What is this?" Olajide asked. "A protection symbol," she said. "Not real magic, only the reminder that you carry the prayers of your mother with you." He tied it around his wrists. Then she placed her palm on his chest.
Walk slowly, think clearly, and no matter what happens.
Remember, fear is loud, courage is quiet.
Walk slowly, think clearly, and no matter what happens, remember, fear is loud, courage is quiet. He nodded. Outside, a small group of villagers gathered to see him off. Mother Kanyi approached and handed him a carved wooden disc. "This will help you sense direction. It is not a spell. It is an heirloom of my lineage. It belongs to those who walk into the unknown." Olajide held it with reverence.
I will return.
May the sky guide your steps.
"I will return," he assured them. "May the sky guide your steps," Mother Kanji replied. And with that, Olajide walked toward the edge of the forest, where the first path had once been. He stepped forward, but the earth beneath him did not show a road, only grass whispering in the wind. The forest greeted him with strange quietness. There were no bird sounds, no rustling leaves. Even the breeze seemed to hold its breath. Olajide took a step, then another, and another. But something odd happened. The trees around him appeared to shift positions, subtly, like dancers moving 1 inch left and 1 inch right. He rubbed his eyes. Maybe it was just his imagination. But no, the forest was alive in a way he had never seen before. At one point, he looked back at Odu Village. Except it was no longer behind him, only more trees. Olajide whispered. "So, this is how the spirit of lost directions plays." He placed the wooden direction disc Mother Kanyi gave him into his palm. It vibrated faintly, as if sensing something. He turned left. It grew still. Right, still nothing. Forward. A warm pulse ran through it. "That is my path," he said, stepping forward. As he walked, the forest produced illusions. Shadows moving beside him, light flickering in the corners of his eyes, soft whispers of voices that did not belong to humans. Once, he even heard his mother's voice. "Olajide, come back home, come back." He stopped. "That is not real," he said firmly. "My mother does not call me with fear. She prays with strength." The forest quieted, as if acknowledging his wisdom. But soon, a deeper voice echoed through the trees. A voice that felt ancient and curious. Why does a child walk where even spirits hesitate to step? Olajide swallowed. "I walk for Odu. I walk for my people." The voice chuckled softly, like distant thunder. Courage is loud today, but there was no body to the voice. He kept walking. As the sun climbed high, shadows on the forest floor began to move on their own, lengthening, twisting, forming creatures from old tales. The long-armed forest watchers, the headless wanderers, the tall leaf spirits. None were harmful, but all were intimidating. One shadow approached him directly, stretching until it formed the figure of a tall woman with eyes like dark wells. She bowed slightly.
Child of courage, what do you seek?
A road. Any road. The one that once connected Odu to the world.
Child of courage, what do you seek? Olajide steadied his breath. A road, any road, the one that once connected Odu to the world. The shadow woman tilted her head.
Roads do not disappear unless they choose to hide.
Then who made them hide?
Roads do not disappear unless they choose to hide. Then who made them hide? Arodan. So the stories are true, Olajide murmured. You walk toward the spirit's domain, she warned gently. But no human has many lifetimes. Then I will be the first.
The shadow woman gave a small smile. A child with a stubborn heart, she said. She touched the ground. A line of light stretched briefly, pointing deeper into the forest. Follow this until the sun touches the horizon. After that, you must continue with your strength alone. Olajide bowed gratefully. Thank you. The shadows faded. He pressed forward. By late afternoon, he reached a river he had never seen before. Its surface sparkled like moonlit glass, even though the sun still hung in the sky. There was no canoe, no bridge, no stepping stones. The water flowed in slow, circular patterns, like a giant sleeping creature breathing calmly. Olajide knelt, touched the water lightly, and felt a strange sensation. The river was not made of ordinary water. It felt like memory, cool, slippery, and deep.
A voice rose from beneath it. To cross me, you must give what weighs you down. Olajide frowned. I do not carry much, yet his heart carries plenty. He sat down, thinking. What weighed him down? Fear, doubt, the pressure of leading a village, the uncertainty of whether he could succeed. He dipped his hands into the river and whispered, I release my fear of failing. The water glowed softly. He continued, I release my doubt. I release my worry. I release what makes my steps heavy. The river swirled faster, forming a thin, glowing path across its surface. He stood. Thank you, he said, and walked across. The moment he stepped onto the far side, the glowing path dissolved. Night began to fall, and Olajide found himself in a quiet clearing. Fireflies gathered round him in circles, forming gentle spirals of light. Then silence fell. The fireflies parted, and an old man, or something shaped like a man, stepped forward. His skin was the color of polished stone. His eyes shimmered like moonlit rivers. His movements were slow, deliberate, as though time respected him. Olajide bowed respectfully. You must be Arodan? The old spirit chuckled softly. Names are like roots, child. They appear when needed. They fade when forgotten. But you are the keeper of roots, Olajide said. Keeper or hider, depending on what the world needs. Olajide stepped forward cautiously. Why did you take Odo's roads? Arodan gazed at him deeply. Because humans forget. They grow careless. They stop honoring the land that carries them. Your people began to treat paths as things that simply exist, not things they must respect. We did not know, Olajide whispered. That is why I removed the roads, to remind Odu that the earth is not a servant, it is a companion. Olajide lowered his head. Then, teach us. Show me what we must do. Arodan studied the young man for a long moment. Then he said,
To return the roads, you must pass 3 final tests. Not tests of strength, but of spirit.
To return the roads, you must pass 3 final tests. Not tests of strength, but of spirit.
Are you prepared to embrace your destiny?
I am ready.
Olajide nodded. I am ready. Arodan raised his hand and the world shifted. The clearing vanished, replaced by a vast open plain. There was no sky, no ground, only endless white space. Stand here, Arodan commanded. Do not move, do not speak. Then he disappeared. Olajide stood alone. Minutes passed. Hours passed. There was no sound, not even the sound of his own heartbeat. Loneliness pressed against his chest like a heavy stone. His mind tried to create fear where none existed. Whispers began to echo around him. You won't make it. You are too small. No road will return. Odu will fall because of you. He closed his eyes. This is not real, he said softly. These are the voices fear creates. The whispers grew louder. Still he remained silent, still unmoving. Finally, the space cracked like an eggshell and the clearing returned. Arodan nodded.
You passed. Courage is not noise. It is steadiness.
You passed. Courage is not noise, it is steadiness. Arodan snapped his fingers. Suddenly, Olajide stood before 2 roads. One was bright, golden, shining with promise. The other was dark and plain. Nothing attractive about it. Arodan's voice echoed.
Choose the road that leads home.
Choose the road that leads home. Olajide approached the bright road first. It hummed with warmth. Voices of villagers celebrating echoed faintly. Olajide the hero! They shouted, Olajide who saved us. The path felt good, too good. He turned to the plain road. No sounds, no light, only uncertainty. He touched the golden road again, but this time felt something strange beneath the surface. It was empty, hollow, a trap made of sweetness. He stepped back. Happiness should not blind me, he said. He turned toward the plain road. This is reality. This is responsibility. He stepped onto the plain road. The illusion dissolved. Arodan appeared again.
You chose wisely. The easy path often hides the deepest dangers.
You chose wisely. The easy path often hides the deepest dangers. Arodan raised both hands. The wind shifted. The ground glowed. And Olajide found himself standing at the edge of a vast abyss. An empty space with no bridge, no support, no visible way across. This is the last test, Arodan said. The place where all roads end or begin. What must I do? Olajide asked. Arodan replied,
Step into nothing and create something.
Step into nothing and create something. Olajide stared into the abyss. He thought of Odu. He thought of his mother. He thought of the villagers who believed in him. He placed his foot forward. There was no ground, but he stepped anyway, and suddenly a stone appeared beneath him. He took another step, Another stone emerged, a third, a fourth. A path was being created, not by magic, but by the courage within him.
Arodan watched in silence. Olajide reached the far side. The abyss vanished, replaced by the forest clearing. Arodan smiled. You have done it. You have shown what many forget. Roads are not given, roads are made by the brave. The spirit raised his hand. A wave of soft light rippled through the forest, racing across the land. Olajide could feel the earth hum gently as if sighing with relief. Arodan spoke. Tell your people to honor the land. Tell them to walk with respect, not carelessness. I will, Olajide promised. Then go, the road awaits you. The forest shifted. Suddenly, before Olajide's eyes, a clear path formed, a real path, solid, familiar, alive. He bowed deeply. Thank you. Arodan faded into the breeze, leaving behind only his voice. No road, only courage, until courage creates the road.
Olajide walked quickly. The path was long, but for the first time since he entered the forest, it did not shift, twist, or vanish. Birds began to sing again. The breeze returned. Sunlight reached the forest floor. Finally, he emerged at the edge of Odu. The villagers saw him and shouted with joy. Look, a path! The road is back! Olajide returned! Praise the spirits! Mother Kanyi rushed to him.
You did it.
We must honor the land from now on. We must treat roads with respect.
You did it, he nodded, exhausted but smiling. We must honor the land from now on. We must treat roads with respect. The villagers agreed wholeheartedly. Mama Olajide held her son tightly.
I knew you would come back.
I carried your prayers with me.
I knew you would come back, Olajide whispered. I carried your prayers with me. A celebration filled the village that night. Not loud or boastful, but humble and grateful. Because Odu had learned an important lesson. When the road disappears, courage must take its place. Moral of the story. True courage is not the absence of fear. It is taking the next step even when the path is unclear. Roads exist where strong hearts walk, and respect for the land creates harmony between people and nature. If you enjoyed this African folk tale, please like the video, comment your favorite part, and subscribe to the channel for more stories filled with mystery, culture, and ancient wisdom.